So listen to that. No words. No words. I should have said the poet. So beautiful. So
my family is filled with poetesses and poets, healers, artists, musicians, anthropologists, psychologists, social workers, teachers, lovers of the family, mothers, sisters, cousines, brothers, cousin brothers, sister cousines, and all manner of family relationship in the new millennial golden rule as co-secretary generals, co-saviors, equinox, true cues. To rediscover and re-understand, sustain and explore our and all our and biologists and astronomers too, of course. Of family community, of the tree of love, life, and light throughout the solar system and universe, to restore, renew, and sustain our and new life and new sustainable civilizations, present, retroactively, and now, rebalance, and future, always balancing, to lovingly, genealogically, and boldly become and be space-time travelers whenever and where we have intimation or reality, all in part been before, if also never been before, in alternative space-time lines that are circles, which are of the universal EQ, IQ, and SQ continuum, balance, combinations of the ever-expanding circle which spirals and grows, budding and blooming in space-time. Love and live enlightened, ever young, long, and prosper all both in each and every one. Engage your hearts, mind, soul, and body, for we all, both in each, and each both in all, can, must, and marvelously and miraculously make it so. In the thunderous blast, she merges, her eyes on fire, and mighty priestess. She is risen from the nativity of Caldera. She is risen from the fires of the earth. She is risen. She is risen. We are risen. She is risen. She is risen. We are risen. By my intercession and your cooperation as co-secretary generals, co-saviors, equinox, true cues.
महालक्ष्मी मृडप्रिया महारूपा महापूज्या महापातकनाशिनी महामाया महासत्त्वा महाशक्ति महारथी महाभूता महेश्वर्या महावीर्या महाबला महाबुद्धि महासिद्धि महायोगीश्वरेश्वरी महातंत्र महामंत्र महायंत्र महासना महायागक्रमाराध्या ओम महाभैरवपूजिता महेश्वर महाकल्पक महातांडव साक्षिणी महाकामेशमहिषी महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी चतुष्षष्टि उपचाराढ्या चतुष्षष्टि कलामयी महाचतुष्षष्टिकोटियोगिनी गणसेविता
Some celestial event. No. No words. No words. I should have said.
This time I'm the Ellie. I'm the Ellie and Jaws combined. We're going to open the stargates from here.
So
My family is filled with poetesses and poets, artists, healers, musicians, anthropologists, social psychologists, therapists, healers, and biologists and astronomers, all round wisdoms of equinox Qs, co-secretary generals, co-saviorahs.
This day I call the heavens and the earths as witnesses intercessorily for and hopefully and prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not your, our new millennial law.
Okay. Abundance of tradition. Lady Say Sunflower. Who wants to show tea and black. This is Anna Marie, singing Christmas. And I am Cherokee, Cheyenne, Blackfoot, and Alabama. And I am also a French, English, and German. Today I love team. That means we are all related. We embrace the new millennial golden rule. That's the law of all planets, of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth, and all the planets of all the universes.
Okay, we're going to do a ceremony today briefly, and then give you make a couple of outreach calls, and then we'll be doing our hearing, probably starting tomorrow and the next day more completely.
You've reached Dr. Marian Margulies. Please leave a message and I'll call you back just as soon as I can. Thank you.
Marian and Hadass and Marian, and Naomi and Ruth and other members of your family tree going back as far as you want, and obviously Queen Esther and her mother Mariam and her daughter Radha and her other children. I have to look at their names. And I'm going to be connecting you on a panel very soon with a couple of other women who have different expertises overlapping with yours. And we'll be doing our hearings real soon. And I hope that this helps educate humanity, because we're going down the wrong path right now, a very distorted path. And I'm very concerned about our younger generations, as you know, and about the planet itself. The planet is on a devolving and destructive path. So we have to bring our gifts together, and I know that you have great, enormous gifts and are so very, very important to the future of this world and worlds. So I just wanted to connect with you while broadcasting, and we'll be doing the ceremony. You can watch it, you know. Every blessing.
If you're satisfied with the message, press 1. To send your message with normal delivery, press 1. To send your message with urgent delivery, press 2. Thank you. Your message has been sent. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Soma. This is and Meredith and Soma. I'm broadcasting and just connecting you to the broadcast. We're going to do the ceremony in just a little bit. I'm going to be connecting you with a panel of people who are a circle panel, you know, a panel that's a circle, and a solar panel, you might say it. And they'll be coming up real soon on these, what we call the hearings of the system of parity versus the anthropological system of patriarchy, and what are the implications for our times right now and past, present, and future too. So we can open the star dates. And so I'll be back in touch real soon with all of that information.
If you're satisfied with, to send your message with normal delivery, thank you. Your message has been sent.
We can't come to the phone right now, but leave us a message and we'll get back to you. Thanks.
Hi, Stacy Anastasia, and with Andrea and Jill and your mom Cheryl, and remembering Dorothy and all of your Shekinahs and all the youth and your children, obviously too. We want to start with Alisa and Natalie and Alisa, and then we'll bring in Brett too when we bring in the guys, our younger guys, including of course, and we're including Vanessa and Harlan Lewis Laviz with your branches too. Very important with all these branches, interconnecting the big circle. And we've already called Hadass and Marian and Soma and Meredith, and so just making the rounds to connect with you. We're going to be doing those hearings. I'll put you on a panel circle, kind of an additional circle within a circle of people who have expertise on parity and patriarchy, and you do too. You have great gifts to give, and you are much more important than you know. So we're calling and we're broadcasting. We're going to do the ceremony right a little bit, and you can certainly partake and join in. I'll be on the conference line. You can always call into that at 641-715-3580, access code 773-342.
To review or re-record your message, press 1. To mark your message urgent, mark your message has been sent. To send a message to another subscriber, enter followed cord to phone. Press pound when finished.
Hi there, goddesses Juliana Marie and Georgine and Juliana Marie, and with all of your Shekinah, past, present, future, and our young Shekinahs and young Shehikinas, including, of course, Vanessa and Harlan Lewis Levis, and Vanessa. I've already called Marian Hadass and Soma and Meredith and Stacy, Anastasia, and Cheryl, and I'm calling you both. I am broadcasting right now. I'm going to give a panel. I'm going to set up a panel that particularly has to do with some of the things that you both have great goddess expertise in, and you'll be included in that, and we'll be doing that as part of our hearings. It took me a long time, but I'm getting to send out some of those outreaches and make the phone calls of outreaches for some of these additional expert witnesses, but you're better than they are. You're even better experts. So, because you have the goddess within you and you're in a very important place, and you have a very important relationship and potential there to also bring great blessings to the next generations, Vanessa and Harlan, Luz Leviz, and Stacy, and all the others who are around in that area and in your neighborhood. So of course, I'm going to be doing the ceremony, and I will say all the names of the great and grandmothers there, and you'll hear me. If you tune into the ceremony, you can call at 641-715-3850, and it's access code 773-342. Later on today, I'll also do the at least a little part of the great and grandmothers for you on the on your individual lines, but very, very minimally, because I want to encourage you to gather together. And that's the most important thing for both of you. And all the blessings and all the greetings, and you can watch, and you'll see me holding up all the marvelous aspects of our ceremony, especially the milk and the heart light that Julia Marie gave me, and the marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers, and the birthday cakes, and the fruit, and all that, and all the consciousness currencies, and so forth. So, and the pictures. So you'll watch that, and you can see that I decided, I think I'm going to forego putting it on the call-in line on the phone tree, because I think you both have access to computer, and you can bring other people who don't have access to computer in your family and community system to your computers. It isn't that hard, and I know both of you can even afford to, if you need to be, to give a computer to someone who doesn't have one. I think you both can. So I think I'm just going to leave it at this level of connection for you, and we'll do more. I should have this hearing stuff ready very, very soon, and you'll be hearing more from a panel that has expertise and special interests in the area that I know that you both do. So big hugs to both of you, and especially also to share with each other, and Geodora and Martha, and especially Vanessa and Harlan Luz Leviz, and Vanessa, and that includes Vanessa's mother and her Shekinahs too. Okay, I'm leaving this message for you.
To save this message, press 1. Your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 2. To manage greetings, press 3. To hear messages recorded in this extension, press 4. To delete this extension, press 8. To return to the main menu, press 9. Main menu. Enter the extension number or press pound to create a new one. Press star to hear more options. Extension, no name. Type to change extension type, press 1. To record it, to change your, please speak after the tone. Press pound when finished.
Hi, Vanessa and Harlan Lewis Levis. Harlan Lewis Levis and Vanessa, I'm calling you. You can watch me. I'm going to be doing the ceremony in a little bit. You'll see me holding up the milk and the budding bloom flowers and the heart light and the cakes. And in fact, I think I'll do that a little flash right in front of you real quick, because I think that both of you are under particular difficult pressure, and I want to make sure that you do see that I am holding up these different elements of the ceremony. I think it's very important that you are kind of at the lower end of what I call a false hierarchy there, and we want to help make sure that you don't get overwhelmed. Okay, and also have the cakes, and I'm going to be doing the ceremony and saying all the names during the ceremony, and of course I include I'll just say the names of some of your great grandmothers now. I'll include all of them a little bit on the ceremony. Let me just come back up to do that. Okay, here's the cakes. Okay, let me just get this one out. We already called Marian and Hadass and Soma and Stacy and Anastasia and their mothers, and already called Julia, Marie, and Georgine too, and we're going to call them again. Here's the cakes. And because I think both of you are under particular pressure there, and so of course I include Victoria, and I include Sarah Harriet, and all the great grandmas too, Ray and Clara, and Rose, and Antoinette, and all of that, and the other ones, Libertia, and all of that, and your contemporaries too, including Raquel and all of them. You know, I'm going to give you a little bit less right now, because I don't want to overdo on the individual level. I want you to see it as part of a larger ceremony. And Doña Aurora Feliz and my Rainbow Sweetheart, and Doña Aurora Feliz, say hi and hugs to Heather and Jam and Heather, and on behalf of Whiskers and Tiger and Holly and Tiger, and Whiskers and Buttermilk and Blackie and Buttermilk, and all the flora and the fauna, and the big furry friends and pets, and including the big white dogs, female and male, and the butterflies, the birdies, and the bees. And all the people too, especially starting with the Shekinas, and the younger Shekinas and young Kikitas like you, of our local, global, universal neighborhoods, and in the circles. You have to form the circles, and I'll be letting you know about those special panel circles. You might call them solar panels of people that will be setting up to include you and these other young people in discussing this hearing that we're having, and to save our planet, and to give us the best future in the universe and open up the stargates. So you can call me 24/7. That's the most important thing to do. And stay away from patriarchal, hierarchical medical teams. They're really harmful. It's quite proven already that that's the case. And you've got Martha Howard and Vicki Matthews, you can also additionally call. Why not go to both of them? and you can pick as many people as you want to visit, because the biggest healer within everyone's lives is themselves too, and the people who love them and know them. So that's both of you. So I give you huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs.
To save this message, your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. Extension type, playback and record. To change some greeting, press 1. Please speak after the tone. Press pound when finished.
Hi, dearest Julie and Marie. We've already left a message for you and Georgine, and I'm saying the names with you of Georgine's mother and her Shekinah, Cheryl, and Malka. Malka's a big name in our family tree, and your experiences too, in your encounters in this time of transition from the 20th century to the 21st and new millennia. So talking about them, of course, as Hera Harriet and Ray, and I'm broadcasting right now as Hera Harriet and Ray and Clara and Ray, and Grandma Popper, Grandma Margulies as Hera Harriet, Little Ya, Precious Antoinette, and Rose, and Risen Rose, and Grandma Popper and Dorothy, and making some things up to you, and Lynn and Rachel and more. And of course, we whisper the names of the men of the family: Julian, Lewis, Alan, Eamon, Oscar, Paul, the younger brothers of Joseph, and Carl. And I want you to enjoy the ceremony. You'll see the, I want you to very quickly, I mean like real quick, very fast, show you the various elements of the ceremony. You can see if you're looking what I'm holding up. That's what I want you to do. I want you to look and come, so you'll know what I'm holding up. That way you'll know. You can probably guess, but I want you to look. And I'm holding up all those important elements, and what you want to do is make good on what they mean. Make good on it by coming, and I'm creating a panel, especially including the some of these other women who have great knowledge in the areas that I think you do, both of you do too, and of course all the kitty cats say hi, and on the flora and the fauna, and the big furry pets, and the big white dogs, and all the little creatures that you've known to, and all the people of your local, global, universal neighborhoods, include Martha, and Geodora, and especially Vanessa and Harlan, with Liz, with Stacy, Anastasia, with Hadass, with Marion. You know the routine. And so I'll just leave this message for you. This is most important for you. And I hope you know you can call me 24/7. That's the important thing, too. And I feel confident that God will choose in favor of humanity if we do this and we get this done. And I think we are going to accomplish it. So, and then if God is choosing in favor of humanity, it will be a choice in favor of parity, and that will occur. So why not be a part of that? That's part of your raison d'etre on this planet. It's part of the reason you came into this incarnation, and it gives you the greatest opportunity to make the very best of it with Georgine, who has enormous gifts in that way too. So we'll send this message.
To save this message, your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 2. To manage greeting. Type playback and record. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 1. To delete your greeting, press 2. To hear your current greeting, sound when finished.
Hi, Vanessa and Harlan, Luz Laviz, and Vanessa with Hadass and Marion, and with Stacy, Anastasia, and Cheryl, and with Julia, Maria, and Georgine. Very importantly, especially, of course, and how about Geodora and Martha? All of the people there. Now, I love you very much, and I am broadcasting right now, and I'm going to very quickly flash in front of the screen the milk, and the marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers, and the heart lights, and the cakes. But I'm going to hold them up much longer when I do the ceremony in just a moment or two, much longer, and you're included in that, of course. And everybody in our family tree is, starting with the Shekinahs and the young Shekinahs and the young Shekinahs, and our family community tree. And now I feel absolutely sure that on a basis of clear indicatable evidence that on the hearings of patriarchy versus parity, parity wins. And we all have to take a look at what we're embedded in and why we think what we're doing is so okay, when in fact it's all bollocksed up, because we have perpetuated a false hierarchy that keeps us out of good connection with nature, gives people diseases, causes them to not enjoy their family and their community bonds adequately, causes a lot of worry, causes a lot of waste, and causes war. So we want to get us past that on this planet, and I believe it is yet okay to do it now. We're still on the kind of interface between the March and April time, which is very much a Marian month and months, both of them. And so we're going to kind of extend the Marian March into April and accomplish this task. And of course, I say the names. I'm going to say the names of your mothers, both great and grandmothers. We have Victoria and Mariama and Libertia and Estrella, and also obviously as Harriet. Grandma Popper, Grandma Markley's, Ray, Clara, Ray, Grandma Harriet, Lilia, and Grandma Harriet, Antoinette, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Maria Flowing Kindness, and Grandma Popper and Dorothy, and also Lynn and Rachel and Carrie, who I just spoke with recently now again, and also, of course, including Vanessa's contemporaries too, Raquel and Sharon and Lynn, and obviously you know all these others. Soma we've been in contact with, and Meredith and Stacy and Stassi and Cheryl. So I'm going to do the longer ceremony. That's where I really want you to watch. That's where you get the benefit. Just these individual stuff is not really that good for you. But I feel that you're under such enormous pressure that I want to give you some taste of what your yin is all about. And of course, I do this in the names of the men of the family too: Julian, Lois, Alan, Emil, Oscar, Paul, Joseph, and the younger brothers, Paul and the younger brothers of Joseph and Milton, and Carl. And they want me to whisper their names until you and your mothers and the generation of older women come and do these ceremonies and become younger and eternally young and Equinox True Qs, co-secretary generals. And let's see. And of course, Donia Aurora Fleas and Maria Rainbow Sweetheart, and Donia Aurora Fleas say hi and hugs to Heather and Jam and Heather on behalf of Whiskers. And I'll say this is part of the ceremony too now. I think I'm going to make sure that that's part of the ceremony. Heather and Jam and Heather, and on behalf of Whiskers and Whiskers and Tiger and Whiskers and Holly and Tiger and Whiskers and Buttermilk and Blackie and Buttermilk and Felix, and all of the butterflies, the birdies, all the furry friends, the furry friends and pets, all the flora and the fauna, furry friends and pets, the big white dogs, female and male, and the butterflies, the birdies, and the bees, and all the people too of our local, global, universal neighborhoods on this planet to be sustainable on all our planets, and you'll have a better future than Salia and Wesley of Star Trek and Stargate combined into it too. And you can call me 24/7. That's important. You have to remember that. And stay away from the patriarchal, hierarchical medical teams. They will do a terrible thing to you if you do go. I don't even know if you'll survive, and either of you, if something like that, and go to the holistic teams that include family counseling, like Martha Howard, Vicki Matthews. Especially Martha has great expertise with Crohn's disease. So now you can call me 24/7, and I decided to extend our situation just a little bit longer. I think I can accomplish these this kind of proof to everybody that patriarchy is just harming us, and we all have to do some very simple things. We don't have to work that hard to not be a part of what's wrong. It's mostly just a matter of refraining from doing certain things that are not right. And you already know about that from the 11 steps. But I will say again, if you're not in contact with me, and I don't have direct contact with your telephones, you're diminishing your healing, and you may be endangering yourselves very badly. And you are also diminishing Julia Marie's healing and Georgine's. They're important too. You have to think of them. Put the cell phones in front of them with the milk, and have get them to connect with me in a way that's loving. I'd say splash sponge milk on them. That's fine. That won't hurt them. It'll wake them up. It'll feel good. Tell them you're giving them a milk bath. And you can call me 24/7. And I think I said all the kitty cats are ready. And so we'll just say huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs. But really, more of the kisses are in the ceremony, and that's where you want to see them, and that's what I'm doing right now.
To save this message, press 1. Your greeting has been saved. To change extension type,
Okay, we're going to do our Ko-Saviora ceremony, and again, if we want to look at this marvelous, miraculous place that is the launching of our Stargate connections, of our family in the Akashic record of the universe, existing in the Akashic record, either currently incarnated or waiting incarnation on another planet, so they'll be able to connect with us via the Stargates. And you have the biggest family reunions in the universe, starting with Shekinahs and our young people, females and males, age 37 and younger, first go first. And we'll play this tape.
Her whole love was to have her children there. She didn't was troublesome and just to get along, have enough to eat. But she was careful, very careful. And there was a sister, Clara.
Okay. And now we'll do our ceremony. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one as soon as possible. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers and water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one as soon as possible. Namaste, tibia, mitakuya o yasin, mitakuya Ko-Saviora. Kongs o pax, ko am pax culture. Ahava l'chaim, shalom salam, salam shalom. Merci. Buenos dias, Ubuntu. Tiubesk, Sidleric Tiubesk. And cheerio, sayonara, chop chop, g'day, merci, shalom savak, choose, ciao, mir pace. All of the languages, all of the heritages, past, present, future, of our world and our worlds, our planet and all our planets of our universe that we're going to discover and that are going to discover us, and opening up the stargates and connecting the entire family reunion. Just as we can do so over the internet. And we'll say, love and live longest, eternally young, and prosper everyone and all. And we'll say, of course, we'll hold up the milk of human kindness, especially the breastfeeding of mothers and children, females and males, baby holy girls and baby holy boys, and with their holy mothers, because they know the importance of 2 to 3 year on-cue breastfeeding for every person of Earth and of our Milky Way, and also the milk of human kindness throughout life, empathy, listening, connecting, nurturing. These are important aspects that our society has been really slipping on to the point of extreme danger. So we want to make sure that we keep that coming. and that you begin to learn how to do it by coming to the circles. And we'll drink the milk of human kindness for all, both, and each and every one as soon as possible, on behalf of all, both, and each and every one as soon as possible. As Equinox True Qs, co-saviors, co-secretary generals. We'll drink the water of enlightened, loving, living planets that will reclaim and sustain our planet Earth and all our Earths to be, past, present, future, as Equinox True Qs, co-saviors, co-secretary generals. And I really, and a coming ceremony, we're a little bit delayed on some of our holy day celebrations, but we'll also add some fruit juice and some wine in cups. And we'll add some different breads in addition to the cakes, breads and matzah and flatbreads and so forth. But we'll travel back in time for that. We're running behind, but we're going to reset the star date very soon. So that will take up for what we've missed here. And we'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days together, past, present, future, as Equinox True Qs, co-secretary generals, co-saviors, starting with our springs or around the equinox, both equinoxes, springs and autumnal springs, birthdays, and all the various days, conception days, name days, holy days, and then all years rounds, making a bigger circle. And we'll do this together and gathering, and both on our me in the air, and on our sacred grounds. And also, I neglected to say, I'll get to the names of some of the great grandmothers, and also we'll celebrate and re-celebrate all our birthdays, conception days, name days, and holy days together, past, present, future, as Equinox True Qs, co-secretary generals, co-saviors. Okay, and we should tell you, we introduced Martha, who is Ma Patricia's sister, to Marion yesterday, and we want to introduce her to Julia Marie and Georgine and Vanessa and Harlan Luis Laviz. But we want to encourage you to start coming so you can start meeting people more together. That's very important for you. And we just, have to keep repeating that. It's very important for you. There's no way around that. And okay, now we'll do our consciousness currencies. And these branches, and we don't have a current printout for Vanessa's Shekhinahs, but we include them. So I hold up my 5 fingers to include them with Hallelujah. So this is family, which is our Julia Marie and my family, which is the important sisterhood that must be repaired here. Along with the circle, it won't be repaired without the circle. They come together. When you repair the circle, the sisterhood becomes repaired. Okay. And we'll start fresh with paradisal parity on this and all our planets. We'll say bye-bye to planeticidal patriarchy and primitivity and the devolution situation that we are currently in. And we'll regain our partnership between our genders as equals without false hierarchy, appreciating both their symmetrical and their complementary aspects, and will be a partnership culture. And we'll say parity, paradisal for all. And we'll start fresh. Past, present, future. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious will say all the blessings and all the greetings of all of our heritages, of our earth and our earths, past, present, future, as Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, Equinox, True Qs. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious will say all the blessings and all the greetings, all the heritages of our earth and our earths, past, present, future, as Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, Equinox, True Qs. Okay, and I'll just make a call on the 3521 line and let people know that I've done the ceremony. They can watch it. They can watch it. That's better than going into a dark phone tree. We prefer not to do that with regard to the actual ceremony anymore. We think we've done that enough, and if people don't want to follow up on the ceremony by now, that's their loss, and we hope that they will change their minds and do that. So, so we'll let you watch a screen share. Now we want to say these are our broadcasts are a little bit abbreviated because we're doing let's see, I don't have that graphic to show you, but we are, oh, here we do. Here it is. We are doing a somewhat abbreviated ceremonies. Our next ceremony will be a little bit, our next broadcast will be a little bit more abbreviated because we did the entire ceremony this time. And we want you to know there's something more coming to celebrate SZTARRISHE, Atlantis risen in all of us, the apotheosis of every female and every male, all the females and all the males, past, present, future, starting with our current Shekinahs and our younger Shekinahs and Hekinahs, age 37 and younger, first go first. And as Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, Equinox, True Qs. And what we want, we're doing kind of doing a court. We're calling a court, but it's a reparative, restorative court. It's not a hierarchical court. It will be a round circle, and we will call jurors to step forward into the middle of the circle. Special panels, special expert witnesses, including you, each and every one of you will be included as an expert witness. I will be included as an expert witness because we all have expertise in dealing with parity and patriarchy. We've all had quite a bit of experience under patriarchy, and we can speak to that. And probably not that much under parity, but we must know some things about it and have some instincts toward it. And we'll do that, and we'll do that as a restorative justice circle, and we will decide the case as restorative justice circle. We will go around the circle and come up with our verdicts. And if anyone doesn't show up as a witness, I will witness for them, describing what I think they would say if they were to come. And I think that's not the way to go about it. We want you to come. So, but maybe by knowing that we have some other expertise witnesses coming, that will help you. Now, if they don't come, there's a lot of pressure on women of this society to disavow what is their natural instinct, which is for parity. But there is a cadre, a lot of women who do want parity and are quite vocal about it. So we have a lot of women who are running away from that issue because they're scarred in that area. But we know that we can overcome those scars, and it benefits everyone, every single person, even the most accumulated in false wealth patriarch benefits from parity. Everybody does. Everybody does, past, present, future. So that's what we want to deliver to you. That's why I'm the Paraclete, because I can explain this to you. And that's why I'm also the Ellie. I'm like Joss and Ellie combined. I'm Ellie and Joss combined. I'm the spiritual aspect with the physical understanding of how the universe works in terms of reincarnation, incarnations, and how we fulfill our best potential as human beings, become Co-Secretary Generals, Co-Severaz, Equinox, True Qs. And we also remind you that we are doing this as if here at this very, oh, and one other thing, and we showed you a little about the court proceedings, but we want you to know that the real court that we want to celebrate is the courts of kindness and love, the Alltimate courts, the courtyards of marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers, trees, orchards, and people having a great time, having a marvelous, miraculous miracle. And we also remind you of the time of the year we are here, which is a time of great rebirth and springtime. Let me just show you that that slide, that graphic. Okay, and we'll just let you continue to watch this, and we will be back in a while broadcasting again.